There's one daily practice that prevents what I call mixed signal collapse, and most manifestation teachers won't tell you about it because it sounds too simple. Here's the truth they're avoiding. Affirmations don't work. Not because manifestation is fake, but because you're using words to argue with what your body is screaming. You're working hard, but your results lag. That's not laziness, it's signal scramble. Forcing outcomes, overchecking, and anxious affirmations broadcast not having, and reality mirrors it back. For 30 days, we'll flip the physics. You'll align thoughts, emotions, and actions into one clean signal. When you become coherent, opportunities organize around you. Reality doesn't respond to wishes. It responds to the state you embody. If you've been chasing results, let's become the signal first. Pause for just a second. Choose your word for this month. Trust, ease, or sufficiency. Don't overthink it. Whichever one landed first is the right one. Hold it in your mind. That's your frequency anchor for the next 30 days. Think about this. Effort addiction keeps you locked in the timeline of not yet. The mind pushes, the body braces, the heart closes. In that state, your signal is noisy. The reason coherence works is simple. You stop arguing with reality and start broadcasting one clear frequency. Alignment collapses possibilities faster than strain ever will. What do I mean by vibrational frequency here? Not mysticism, integration. Your frequency is the felt sum of three things moving in the same direction: thoughts, emotions, and actions. When your thoughts say abundance, your emotions feel enough, and your actions reflect generosity, you're coherent. When they conflict, you're static. Picture this. You're at a cafe trying to have a conversation, but 3 different songs are playing from 3 different speakers. Your friend is talking, but you can't quite hear them. That's what happens inside you when your thoughts say, "I'm abundant." Your stomach is tight with fear, and your hand is refreshing your bank app for the 5th time. 3 signals, 3 frequencies. Life hears noise. Now, here's why this is practical. The heart and brain form an electrical conversation all day. When that conversation is synchronized, what researchers call coherence, you get clarity, steadier attention, and calmer physiology. You make cleaner choices. You feel safer. In other words, you become a readable transmitter. Before we go further, let's clarify something. In quantum physics, observation changes outcomes at tiny scales. I'm not saying your mood collapses electrons. I'm saying this. Attention shapes experience. That's the metaphor. Coherence is real biology. When your emotions and thoughts align, your heart rhythm changes. We can measure that. And in about 8 minutes, I'll show you how to create that alignment in under 2 minutes, without meditation apps or hour-long breathwork sessions. Pause here for a second. Are you feeling this yet? That recognition of the 3 conflicting signals running in your own system. If yes, you're already ahead. If not, that's fine. Keep listening. By week 1, you'll feel the click. Now here's the mistake most people make. They visualize an outcome while their body broadcasts fear. They repeat "I trust" with a clenched jaw, scroll their bank app, and call it alignment. Reality, that is, life reflecting your integrated state, takes the louder signal. And the louder signal is the embodied one. If you remember nothing else, remember this: you're a radio. You don't get jazz by yelling at static. You adjust the dial. Here's how it works. Thoughts set the direction. Emotions give it power. Actions lock it in. When all three match, you hear the music. Most people get stuck at the actions lock it in part. They choose actions that argue with their emotions. There's a specific pattern I'll show you in week 2 that fixes this. It takes 10 seconds and changes how decisions feel. Let me show you exactly how to feel the click of alignment in under 2 minutes. This is a quick win you'll use throughout the protocol. Close your eyes if you can. Put your attention in the center of your chest. No need to force anything. Just notice. Slow your breath. In through your nose for 5. Out through your nose for 5. As you exhale, let your shoulders drop. Just 1%. Now bring up one real emotion you want more of this month. Ease. Trust. Gratitude. Don't perform it. Remember a moment when you actually felt it. Keep breathing. Let that feeling tint your breath. On your next inhale, silently name your chosen word. On your exhale, soften your jaw and belly. Notice the subtle click, warmth spreading, shoulders lower, mind quieter. That's coherence beginning. It's not fireworks. It's steady signal. Why does this matter? Because strategy laid on top of a survival state becomes sabotage. Safety first, then focus. When you prime your nervous system, your planning becomes precise, your boundaries easier, and your timing uncanny. You'll see it in small ways quickly. Fewer compulsive checks, more natural pauses before reacting, cleaner ears, no decisions. Those are early proofs that your frequency is stabilizing. Here's what no one tells you. The reason most manifestation fails isn't because the universe doesn't hear you. It's because you're sending a mixed signal so loud it drowns out your own intentions. Your nervous system is the loudest broadcaster you have. And right now, it's probably screaming, "Not safe, not enough," on a frequency you can't even hear consciously. That's what we're about to change. One more nuance. Coherence isn't about pretending to be positive. It's about becoming congruent. If grief is present, meet it, breathe with it, and choose one action aligned with the timeline you're building. That honesty keeps your signal clean. The paradox is that truthfulness raises your frequency faster than forced optimism ever will. Let me be specific about what changes when you run this protocol. Internally, you'll feel steadier in your body, faster recovery after triggers, and clearer yes-no signals. Externally, you'll notice aligned opportunities that fit your values, easier conversations where people respond differently to you, and resources, money, time, support, that arrive without you forcing them. The internal shift creates the external change. Not eventually, simultaneously. Because you're changing the signal life is reading. You now understand the physics. Coherence beats force. Safety precedes strategy. Signal determines outcome. So how do we live this for 30 days? Let me show you the architecture. Here's the structure we'll live for 30 days. 4 phases, 1 purpose. Become a coherent signal that reality can mirror without distortion. Week 1 is regulate. We restore safety, stabilize your baseline, and clear static. This isn't glamorous, but it's the foundation. You'll build parasympathetic dominance and heart-brain coherence, so decisions come from steadiness, not panic. I'll share a micro story in week 1 about someone who stopped checking their bank account, not because money showed up, but because something subtler shifted first. That's the signal you're looking for. Week 2 is embody. You'll practice the emotions of the future now. Not pretending, rehearsing real body-level states like trust, ease, and sufficiency. You'll pair that with tiny, aligned behaviors so your actions stop arguing with your intentions. Week 3 is disrupt. We'll interrupt old loops, install choice at your trigger points, and replace default reactions with deliberate micro moves. This is where identity starts to shift from automatic to authored. By week 3, you'll learn the 10-second truth practice that collapses old identity loops instantly. But first, we need to stabilize your baseline, because without safety, disruption becomes chaos. Week 4 is sustain. You'll normalize your new baseline, set gentle rhythms, and let go of micromanaging outcomes. You'll curate your environment and community so coherence becomes easier than fragmentation. Here's the paradox we'll prove together. The moment you stop measuring results and start tracking state, results accelerate. By week 4, you'll understand why surrender is the most strategic move you can make. Daily structure keeps you consistent without rigidity. In the morning, a 5 to 12-minute tune-in coherence breath, one-word frequency, and a quick state intention. During the day, short recalibrations, one-breath resets, posture and voice checks, and a single aligned micro-action. At night, a brief revision practice. Replay any wobble from the perspective of your chosen timeline and end with gratitude for even the smallest coherence wins. Metrics that matter aren't external totals. We track state coherence and congruent actions. Did you feel steadier? Did your choices align with your identity statement? Did you recover faster after a trigger? Outcomes often lag. State and congruence lead. Rules of engagement are simple. No micromanaging results. No obsessive checking. Your job is to become the clearest signal, then let timing work for you. If you slip, you return to the breath, the body, and one clean action. That's it. Why 30 days specifically? Because that's the minimum time your nervous system needs to trust a new pattern. Week 1 introduces it. Week 2 strengthens it. Week 3 tests it. Week 4 normalizes it. Less than 30 days, and your system treats this as a temporary experiment. More than 30 days for the first cycle, and you lose momentum waiting for proof. Days is the sweet spot. Long enough to rewire, short enough to sustain focus. By the end of the month, you'll have a rhythm you can sustain, regulate, embody, disrupt, and sustain. And you'll have proof that your lived frequency shapes what shows up. More aligned opportunities, smoother conversations, and a sense that timing is on your side. Real quick, which week are you most curious about? Week 1's regulation, Week 2's embodiment, Week 3's disruption, or Week 4's surrender? Drop it in the comments. I'm curious where people feel the most resistance or excitement. Let's get practical. Here's exactly what you'll do each day. All right. Principles mapped, structure clear. Now we begin. Week 1 is where most protocols fail. They skip the foundation and jump to manifestation. We won't. We start with safety, because a nervous system in survival mode can't hold a clean signal. Let's regulate first. First, why safety? Survival states broadcast lack. In sympathetic dominance, your body signals, not enough time, not enough resources, no matter what you say. Strategy layered on that state turns into control, over-planning, and reactivity. When your system feels safe, clarity and flow return. So we start here. What we're building is three things. First, parasympathetic dominance. That means your body defaults to calm, not panic. Second, heart-brain coherence. That's when your thoughts and feelings sync up. Third, somatic awareness. That's knowing what your body is broadcasting before it spirals. Your AM routine takes 10-12 minutes. Step 1. Breath. Inhale through your nose for 5, exhale for 5, and keep your attention in the center of your chest. Step 2. Heart focus. Bring up a sincere emotion, gratitude for something small, ease about a simple moment, and let it color your breath. Step 3. One-word frequency. Choose a word for the day, trust, ease, or sufficiency, and silently repeat it on the inhale. Step 4. Body priming. Stand for 60 seconds with a soft, tall posture. Unlock your knees, widen your collarbones, let your jaw unclench. Say your word aloud once in a calm, grounded tone. The voice becomes part of the signal. Actually, let's do this together right now. Close your eyes if you're in a safe space. Breathe in for 5, out for 5. Place your hand on your chest. Choose your word, trust, ease, or sufficiency. Say it once, quietly. Feel that? That's the signal stabilizing. Open your eyes. Daytime, you'll run 3 one-breath resets. Anytime you notice tension, take 1 conscious breath. Inhale 3, exhale 6, shoulders down 1%. Ask, am I broadcasting my word? If not, adjust posture and voice. Add 2 quick coherence checks, how you sit and how you speak. Sit tall and relaxed. When you speak, slow your first sentence by 10%. That small shift recalibrates your system and your interactions. Here's what checking looks like in the body. You're working. Everything's fine. Then a thought floats by. Did they reply yet? Your chest tightens slightly. Your hand moves toward your phone before you've decided. You unlock it. Scroll. Nothing. Now you feel worse. And you just broadcast lacking for 60 seconds straight. That's the loop we're breaking. Your PM practice is quantum revision. Choose 1 wobble from your day. Close your eyes, breathe evenly, and reimagine the scene as the version of you living your chosen timeline. See your posture, hear your tone, feel your one-word frequency in your chest. Replay a cleaner response. End by noting 1 thing you did align with today, however small. This teaches your subconscious the new pattern and tells your nervous system it's safe to repeat. Now, common mistakes. The first is chasing peak states. You don't need fireworks. You need a steady, reproducible signal. The second is bypassing emotions. If sadness or fear surfaces, don't paste positivity over it. Name it, breathe with it, and choose 1 gentle action aligned with your word. The third is over-tracking results. Checking numbers and messages all day is a disguise for control. Trade checking for recalibrating. If you've made it this far and you're thinking, this sounds simple, almost too simple, good. That's exactly right. The most powerful shifts come from boring, repeatable practices, not peak experiences. You're not looking for fireworks. You're building a new baseline. And that baseline is what changes everything. Keep going. Here are your checkpoints for the end of week 1. Sensation shifts. More warmth in your chest, softer shoulders, easier breathing. Behavioral shifts. Fewer compulsive checks, slightly slower speech at first contact, more pauses before responding. Cognitive shifts. Clearer yes, no decisions, and fewer mental loops. If you notice one of these, you're regulating. Someone ran this exact week and kept the same workload. The only change was 3 one-breath resets per day and the PM revision. By day 4, they weren't opening their banking app out of habit. The numbers hadn't changed yet, but the compulsion did. That was the first real proof the signal was stabilizing. The next week, a delayed invoice landed without a chase email. The thing is, coherence simplifies effort. It doesn't exempt you from action. It makes your actions cleaner. If you've ever broken a checking compulsion, even once, you know this feeling. That quiet moment where you didn't reach for the phone. If that's you, take a breath and acknowledge it right now. That's coherence. That's real. If you wobble, use this fallback. 1 breath, 1 word, 1 move. 1 breath to downshift. 1 word to reselect your frequency. 1 gentle move that matches it. Drink water slowly, send a clear boundary message, or step outside for 1 minute of sun. Small is powerful because your nervous system believes what it can repeat. Let me give you a precise AM flow you can memorize. Breath 5-5 for 90 seconds. Evoke gratitude for something ordinary. Name your word. Stand and prime posture. Speak your word once. Then ask, what's the lightest next step that matches this? Choose 1. If you have 10 tasks, let the word sort them. Trust might pick the hardest, ease might pick the most leveraged, sufficiency might pick the one that simplifies. During the day, set 3 gentle cues, a calendar ping, hydration breaks, or doorways. Each cue equals a 1-breath reset and a posture check. At night, set a 2-minute timer for revision. Keep it brief. Consistency beats intensity. By the end of week 1, you'll feel the ground returning under your feet. That's your signal getting readable. Once your system settles, we can safely amplify the new frequency without slipping back into force. Next week, you'll learn how to amplify this regulation into magnetic frequency, the kind that pulls opportunities toward you instead of you chasing them. There's one emotional rehearsal technique that makes this shift tangible. You'll feel the difference within 90 seconds. Before we move to week 2, ask yourself, what's one thing that felt steadier this week? Even if it's small, 1 conversation, 1 moment, 1 breath where you didn't spiral. Write it down or just hold it in your mind. That's your proof of concept. Now let's amplify it. Now that your baseline is steady, we shift from safety to signal strength. Why this matters. Reality mirrors what you embody, not what you chase. Emotion is the amplifier. If week 1 made your broadcast readable, week 2 makes it magnetic. The thing most people miss is subtle. They try to feel good because outcomes arrived. Pros flip it. They practice the emotion before evidence, and then their choices stop fighting their vision. Notice the difference. Week 1 was about regulating, making your systems safe. Week 2 is about radiating, broadcasting a new frequency. Same breath, different intention. You're not calming yourself down anymore. You're tuning yourself up. What you're practicing this week is simple, not easy. You'll feel the emotions of your future before anything changes. Then you'll take one small action that matches that feeling. You're not performing. You're not pretending. You choose the state first. Then you move like the person who already has it. Here's your AM sequence, start to finish. It takes about 10 minutes. First, the as-if priming script. Sit upright, breathe 5-5 for a minute and read this softly. Today, I tune to your word. If it were already done, I would breathe like this, stand like this, speak like this. I don't need proof to practice. I lead with being. Second, a 90-second felt rehearsal. Close your eyes and step into one moment from your desired timeline, walking into a meeting steady, sharing honestly with a partner, paying a bill calmly. Don't see it from far away, inhabit it. What's your posture, breath, tone? Let your chest and belly feel the state. Third, your identity statement in one sentence. I am the woman who chooses word and moves accordingly. Speak it once, slow and grounded. Daytime is where embodiment earns its stripes. Choose one aligned micro-act per day, generosity, openness, or care. Generosity could be 5 extra minutes of focused help without keeping score. Openness could be stating a clean truth you'd usually soften. Care could be a protective boundary delivered kindly. Keep it small. The point is coherence, not heroics. Ask, what's the lightest act that proves my state? Then do that and stop there. Your PM practice is an evidence log. Just 2 lines. Line 1, write one small win. A conversation that felt easier. Timing that worked out. A calmer body in a familiar stress. Line 2, name what you felt in your body. Warmth in your chest. A smoother voice. Slower breath. This teaches your system to notice matches and reduces the urge to overmeasure results. Now, here's where most people wobble. Performing positivity. If you feel flat, don't paste on joy. Return to neutrality, breathe, and choose a micro-act that a neutral, grounded you can execute. That's still alignment. Visualizing from lack is another trap. If you're imagining to escape the present, pause. Regulate for 1 minute, then re-enter the scene from already safe. Overreaching is the third. Big leaps spike adrenaline and trigger the old identity. Keep action small enough to repeat daily. Here's what happens if you skip this week. You'll keep reacting from your old identity. You'll make decisions from who you were, not who you're becoming. And 6 months from now, you'll wonder why the same patterns keep showing up in different clothes. Week 2 is where you break that loop, not by thinking differently, but by being different first. Checkpoints that tell you week 2 is landing, spontaneous generosity without second guessing, easier boundaries that don't require a story, and lighter effort. Tasks feel less sticky because your body isn't arguing with your choice. You'll also notice speech cleaning up, fewer filler words, steadier tone. That's coherence expressing through language. Let me show you a practical template to carry in your pocket. Feel, frame, follow. Feel, 3 coherent breaths and a 10-second drop into your chest. Frame, name the state in 4 words or less. Steady, kind, clear, present. Follow, take one micro-act that suits that frame. If an email triggers you, feel, frame, follow before replying. If you're about to delay a decision, feel, frame, follow. Then choose the smallest next step. Someone used feel, frame, follow before a difficult conversation with their partner. Feel, 3 breaths dropped into their chest. Frame, calm, clear, kind. Follow, They said one true sentence they'd been avoiding for weeks. No preamble, no apology, just the truth. The partner didn't get defensive. The conversation that usually took an hour of tension resolved in 10 minutes. That's coherence changing the room. Think about a conversation in your life that needs this right now. You don't have to tell me what it is, but notice if one came to mind immediately. That's your system showing you where to apply this next. Trust that. If you want, share in the comments what shifted for you. Sometimes naming it makes it more real. A quick story moment. Last week, someone did a 90-second rehearsal of speaking a boundary calmly. Later, the situation appeared unexpectedly. They didn't nail it, but they were 20% clearer and recovered faster afterward. That 20% is the win. It's proof of embodiment, not perfection. The reason this works is repetition. The nervous system believes what it experiences frequently, not intensely. If you remember nothing else this week, identity follows behavior. One coherent micro-act per day compounds. By the weekend, you'll feel different in your skin. That's reality reading a cleaner signal. In week 3, I'll give you the exact script for the moment your old identity tries to negotiate. It's one sentence you speak quietly to yourself, and it collapses the entire internal argument. It's called the 10-second truth, and it works when nothing else does. That embodiment you've been practicing, it's about to be tested. Week 3 is where the old identity shows up to negotiate. You'll feel patterns trying to reassert themselves. This isn't failure. It's the exact moment transformation happens. Now we interrupt those loops and install new choices in their place. This is the week your defaults stop driving. Why this matters: old identities auto-collapse timelines. If the subconscious is rehearsing scarcity, control, or people-pleasing, it will keep selecting the same outcomes. Disruption creates the gap where you can choose again. We're not fighting the past, we're installing options at the exact moments patterns used to run. Here's the frame: pattern recognition plus replacement behaviors at trigger points. You'll map your top 3 triggers, decide your if-then responses in advance, and anchor them in your voice and stance. When the moment hits, you won't think, you'll execute. That's how identity rewires. Your AM setup starts with a 5-minute recode map. Take paper. List 3 triggers that knock you off your word. Money anxiety, approval seeking, urgency spirals. Under each one, write an if-then plan. Example: if I want to check my bank account, then I'll take one breath, stand tall, and send one value-creating message instead. If I start softening a boundary, then lower shoulders, speak one clear sentence. If urgency spikes, then walk for 60 seconds and choose the one leverage move. Keep it simple and behavioral. Now add a voice and stance anchor. Your body language is a transmitter. Choose your stance: feet hip width, knees soft, chest open, jaw easy. Choose your voice: slower first line, lower volume by 10%, clean phrasing. Practice one sentence that matches your identity statement. I choose word and move accordingly. Speak it once. You're teaching your nervous system a ready posture. Daytime, you'll run 3 pattern interrupts. Think of them as circuit breakers. The first is breath. Inhale 4, exhale 8, eyes soften. The second is movement. Change location or orientation. Stand if you're sitting, step outside for 1 minute, or rotate your shoulders. The third is a question. What does my future self do next? Use all 3 in sequence when a trigger fires, then apply the if-then you set in the morning. You'll feel the compulsion drop a notch. That notch is choice entering. A quick example. Trigger, a difficult email. Old loop, ruminate, draft and delete, over-explain. New plan, breath 4-8, stand tall, ask the question, then send one clear 2-sentence reply or schedule a call. You end the loop by closing the open tab in your mind. The result isn't perfection, it's a cleaner next move and a faster recovery if you wobble. Real talk. Week 3 is the hardest. This is where old parts of you will fight for survival. You'll feel resistance. You might skip practices. You might think, this isn't working. That resistance? It's proof you're rewiring. The discomfort means you're close. Stay with it. But here's what's waiting on the other side of this discomfort. Decisions that feel obvious. Boundaries that land without guilt. Timing that feels like luck but is actually coherence. By the end of week 3, you won't have to think about your response anymore. Your body will know. That's what we're building toward. Let me show you the exact tools. Your PM practice layers revision with one small brave act. Do the 2-minute replay of any moment you want back. Then take a tiny, courageous step from your future identity before bed. Send the boundary text, decline a misaligned invite, organize a bill calmly, or prepare tomorrow's one leverage task. Courage teaches the body it can survive change. Keep it small and specific. Now, common mistakes to avoid. Don't argue with the past. Analysis isn't disruption, it's often a delay. Label the pattern, interrupt it, and install the if-then. Next, don't try to fix everything at once. 3 triggers only. Depth beats breadth. Finally, avoid punishing yourself for slips. That shame spiral is an old loop in disguise. Replace it with the fallback, one breath, one word, one move. What are your checkpoints this week? Faster recovery time, the moment between trigger and choice shrinks. Fewer spirals, you return to baseline without a long narrative. Clearer yes, no signals. Decisions feel less foggy because your stance and voice anchor the state. You'll also see micro-evidence, shorter emails, simpler asks, honest boundaries delivered without over-explaining. Watch how this works. You're about to send a long, careful email explaining why you can't take on a project. You've been drafting it for 20 minutes. Stop. 10-second truth, spoken quietly to yourself. I'm afraid they'll think I'm lazy. Pause. Breathe. Now the real response becomes obvious. I don't have capacity for this right now. 2 sentences. Send done. The truth collapsed the noise. Let me add a micro story. Midweek, someone saw their bank check trigger at 2 p.m. Instead of opening the app, they ran breath movement question and executed their if-then, pitched a simple offer to a warm contact. The impulse to check dropped. Reality didn't reward them instantly with a windfall. What changed was more important. The loop lost authority. 2 days later, a dormant lead replied, "The reason this works is momentum. Your system follows the path you reinforce." One more tool, the 10-second truth. When you catch yourself narrating or justifying, stop and speak one sentence of clean truth quietly. I'm avoiding discomfort. I'm reaching for control. I'm afraid to be seen. Truth collapses noise. Then run your if-then. Over time, the confession becomes neutral, just information, and the choice becomes automatic. If you're actually doing this protocol alongside this video, leave A in the comments. Let's see how many of us are rewiring in real time. You're not alone in this. By week's end, notice where effort feels lighter, where your no lands without guilt, and where you recover in minutes instead of hours. That's recoding. With new wiring online, coherence becomes your new normal next week. Week 4 introduces the strangest paradox of this entire protocol. The moment you stop managing outcomes is when outcomes accelerate. I'll show you exactly how to let go without collapsing back into old patterns. There's an already mind practice that makes surrender feel safe instead of scary. The hardest work is done. You've regulated, embodied, and disrupted. Your system has new wiring. Week 4 is different. This isn't about adding more practices, it's about letting your new baseline become your default. We shift from building the signal to trusting it, from effort to rhythm, from becoming to being. Week 4. You made it. This is the week most people quit manifestation protocols, not because they fail, but because they succeed and don't know how to sustain it. Not you. This week we shift from building to being, from effort to rhythm, from becoming the signal to living as the signal. Let's close this strong. This is the week your rhythm replaces intensity. Why this matters. Results accelerate when you stop gripping. Control broadcasts urgency. Trust stabilizes frequency. When you live as the signal, you conserve energy, prune friction, and let timing work for you. The principle is simple: rhythm over spikes. Instead of chasing peak states, you keep steady practices, curate your environment, and lean on community for co-regulation. Coherence gets easier when your space and relationships support it. Speaking of connection, this is where alignment sticks. Your AM practice starts with an already mine gratitude scan. Before your phone, place attention in your chest and name 3 present proofs that match your word: state shifts, cleaner choices, easier timing. Feel them for a breath each. Then choose one effortless next step that aligns with your identity. Ask, which move requires the least force? Pick 1, not 5. You're reinforcing sufficiency. Here's what the gratitude scan feels like. You wake up. Before reaching for your phone, you place your hand on your chest. You recall, yesterday you spoke a boundary without guilt. That's 1. The conversation with your colleague felt lighter. That's 2. You caught yourself about to check your email anxiously and you didn't. That's 3. You breathe into each memory for 5 seconds. Your shoulders drop. You're already different. That's the state you take into your day. Daytime, adopt a weekly no practice. Once per week, decline 1 friction-creating commitment. Use a clean sentence, delivered slowly. I can't take this on right now. Each no frees attention to sustain your signal. Pair this with an energy budget. 3 lines on paper. Vital, useful, draining. Keep most of your day in vital. Cap draining at minimal. You're designing for coherence, not perfection. When you hold this boundary for even 3 days, something odd starts happening. Synchronicities cluster. The right person texts. The delayed payment lands. A solution appears without you searching. It's not magic. It's what happens when your signal stays clean long enough for reality to reorganize around it. Your PM ledger is 3 lines: alignment wins, lessons, tomorrow's 1 move. 1 sentence each, no journaling spiral. This lightweight reflection locks the pattern without inviting over-analysis. It also anchors a truth: repeated signals beat sporadic intensity. Letting go is the quiet superpower this week. Release timeline checks and outcome micromanagement. If you catch yourself scanning for proof, run 1 breath, name your word, and return to the inputs: coherence, breath, micro-actions, honest boundaries. Focus on being, not tracking. Reality organizes around steadiness faster than it responds to pressure. Checkpoints that tell you week 4 is landing. Fewer compulsions to check, clusters of synchronicities around simple actions, and a calm confidence that doesn't need to announce itself. You'll notice more honest no's, faster yeses that feel obvious, and a body that returns to baseline without drama. That's coherence becoming your normal. If you wobble, remember the fallback: one breath, one word, one move. Then re-enter your rhythm: AM gratitude scan, one effortless step, PM ledger. The reason this works is entrainment. Your system, your space, and your circle begin to match the signal you consistently hold. If this framework is landing for you and you want to go deeper, I create content like this weekly. Practical tools for living as coherent signal. Subscribe if you want more. I'd love to have you in the field with us. You've now lived the protocol. Let's measure the shift without falling back into the chase. Once you've completed one full cycle, there's a way to scale this method to any area of your life: money, relationships, health, without starting from scratch. The same 4-week rhythm applies, but with one structural upgrade that removes friction permanently. I'll outline that path in a moment. Here's the part that surprises everyone. The proof doesn't show up where you expect it. You'll be looking for money and notice your body feels calmer. You'll be tracking opportunities and realize your relationships got easier. Reality responds to coherence by reorganizing everything, not just the thing you wanted. Let's track the real shift. Define outcomes by signals, not just numbers. Look for aligned opportunities that fit your values, relational ease where conversations feel smoother, and resource flow, money, time, support that arrives without forcing. These are the fingerprints of congruence. Build a non-obsessive scoreboard. Weekly, not daily. 10 minutes, once. Ask 3 questions. Did my internal state trend steadier? Did external synchronicities increase or cluster? Did tangible progress move one step, offer sent, boundary held, system simplified? Give each a simple up, flat, or down arrow. No decimals. No drama. Picture your scoreboard right now. Maybe it's a note on your phone or a scrap of paper by your bed. 3 simple arrows. Internal state, up. Synchronicities, flat. Tangible progress, up. That's it. No graphs, no spreadsheets, no apps. Just 3 arrows once a week. That's all the tracking you need. Use a 3-proof framework. Proof 1, internal state, calmer body, faster recovery, clearer choices. Proof 2, external synchronicities, right timing, helpful people, unintended assists. Proof 3, tangible progress, completed actions that your old identity avoided. When 2 of 3 improve, you're on track, even if 1 lags. Here's how you'll know it's working, not from the scoreboard, but from the felt shift. Success feels like this. You wake up and don't immediately reach for your phone to check something. You're in a conversation and you say what you mean without rehearsing it first. Someone asks for your time and no comes out clearly, without guilt or a story. A problem surfaces, and instead of spiraling, you pause, breathe, and the next step becomes obvious. That's coherence. That's the signal stabilized. The numbers and opportunities? Those follow this feeling, not the other way around. Someone tracked their first week with arrows. Internal state, up. They noticed faster recovery after triggers. Synchronicities, flat, nothing obvious. Tangible progress, up. They sent 1 clear offer they'd been avoiding. 2 out of 3 up. They kept going. Week 3, a past client replied out of nowhere, asking to work together again. The tangible lagged, then caught up. The arrows told them to trust the process before the outcome proved it. If you need to course correct, adjust inputs, not outcomes. Tighten your morning rhythm, simplify your micro-acts, refresh your environment, declutter one hotspot, silence one noisy notification, schedule one co-regulating conversation. Return to safety first, then selection. Reality reads the cleanest signal, not the loudest effort. What if nothing seems to move? First, deepen safety. Double your one-breath resets and extend your AM coherence by 1 minute. Second, simplify actions. Pick one leverage behavior and repeat it daily for a week. Third, shorten loops. Revise the same wobble nightly until it's boring. Boredom signals integration. Keep going. Here's your graduate path. Choose one life area to scale with the same rhythm: money, relationships, or health. Keep the weekly scoreboard, the AM gratitude scan, the micro acts, and the PM ledger. Add one structural upgrade that removes friction: a clear offer, a calendar boundary, a meal or movement ritual. Rhythms scale better than sprints. One more calibration. Celebrate state and congruence first, outcomes second. The thing is, when your body trusts your choices, you choose more cleanly. Clean choices create cleaner opportunities. Cleaner opportunities turn into results without you dragging them across the finish line. Hold the signal. Let reality mirror it. Stay out of the chase. You now have the full protocol. But before we close, there's one thing I need to tell you, something that makes or breaks this entire process. It's the difference between people who sustain coherence for years and people who slip back into force within a month. I'll share it in a moment. You made it through all 4 weeks with me. You now know something most people never learn. Reality doesn't resist you when you stop resisting yourself. The entire protocol, every practice, every week, distills down to this: one breath, one word, one move. That's your fallback. That's your reset. Use it anytime you wobble. Here's what you do next. Right now, before the next video, take one conscious breath. Choose your word for this month: trust, ease, or sufficiency. And take one small action that matches it. Prove to your nervous system this is real. Because here's the truth: you don't manifest what you want. You manifest what you embody. And when that signal stabilizes, life reorganizes around it. Not because you forced it, because you became it. In the comments, share your one-word frequency for this month and your smallest aligned move today. When you name it publicly, you anchor it. And if this resonated, share it with someone who's been chasing results instead of becoming the signal. Sometimes the right timing is just someone sharing the right frequency at the right moment. Subscribe if you want to go deeper. We're building a community of coherent signals, and I'd love to have you in it. Right now you are broadcasting. What you choose to embody in the next 5 minutes will ripple forward. Choose consciously. Reality is listening.